Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Dasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the final and concluding session of our Bhakta Bandhav Retreat 2026. In the last 3 sessions of Ramayana, raising through reversals of life, we saw how life throws at us several setbacks, several struggles, which only facilitate developing some strength. Through setbacks, through struggles, we gain some strength, isn't it? And ultimately, that leads to success. That's the 4th session. 4th session is about success. We have gone through the setbacks, unexpected calamity that Lord Ramachandra faced in losing his kingdom. That's how we began in the Ayodhya Kanda. Then we went through Aranya Kanda slowly. Then in the Aranya Kanda and Kishkinda Kanda, we have seen Lord Ramachandra's struggles and multiple struggles. Problems are multiplying. Then eventually he found some solace, he found some support in the form of Sugriva, then Shabari, Hanuman, Dvanarasena. And this morning in the 3rd session we have seen how Hanumanji jumped across the Lanka ocean. Even he had some struggles, but ultimately all the struggles only increased Hanumanji's strength, and eventually Hanumanji found Sita Devi. He gave some solace to Sita Devi. He gave some hope and reassurance to Sita Devi. Sita Devi asked Hanuman, "My dear Hanuman, you are so powerful, you are so mighty, you could effortlessly cross over this Lanka ocean. Can Ram do it? Can Lakshman do it? Can Sugriva, Jambavan and all the other Vanaras, will they be able to do it?" When Sita Devi questioned Hanuman like this, Hanuman said, "My dear mother, I came here as a messenger. Generally, weak people, unqualified people, or those who are not very powerful, they are sent as messengers. Please be rest assured that every single Vanara in the entire army of Sugriva is either more powerful than me or at least equally powerful like me. Nobody is inferior to me." So Hanumanji made a false statement in one sense. This morning only we saw Harindranujabhyam. Harindra means the king of all Vanaras. That's not only Sugriva, that is Hanuman also. Hanuman is the king of Vanaras. In the sense that Not that he is sitting on the throne and ruling the Vanara Sena. He is the best of all Vanaras. He is the best in his devotion to Lord Ramachandra. But Hanumanji is saying something to Sita Devi which is very surprising. He says, all the other Vanaras are either more powerful than me or equally powerful like me. Nobody is inferior to me. That's a false statement in one sense. But the same Hanuman, he started boasting about himself or speaking little high about himself on the other side of the ocean when he was about to take off above the Lanka ocean. Now what Hanuman spoke on the other side of the ocean and what Hanuman is speaking now in front of Sita are like totally opposite. But Hanuman is not being inconsistent here. Hanuman is not contradicting himself here. What Hanuman is doing is, he is speaking some words in tune with the emotions of the Vaishnavas who are present in front of him. Just having physical strength and power is not sufficient. We need to also have the sensitivity to understand the other's emotions. Just having intelligence and philosophical understanding and ability to analyze Shastra is not sufficient. We should be able to speak the right words at the right time, understanding other people's situation and emotions. When we speak, we should not only stimulate others' intellect with our logical presentation. When we speak, others should feel the warmth and affection and love and empathy and sympathy and care and concern from our side. Very important. Many great philosophers, they claim to be having a very strong left brain. Right brain is weak. Right? So left brain means they have analytical capabilities, but they don't have capacity to empathize with others or sympathize with others or care for others or act as a well-wisher. Giving a logical advice is not sufficient. Giving a well-wishing advice is important. Well-wisher, act as a well-wisher. Connect with people with empathy, sympathy, love, affection, care. And ultimately that's what bridges our hearts, not our scholarship, not our ability to convince people rationally, logically, philosophically, with reasoning and this and that. Yes, that's important, that's required, we appreciate it. But Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha, Krishna did not say Buddha Samanvitaha only, Bhava Samanvita also. All the knowledge of bhakti remains theoretical and remains incomplete without Vaishnava relationships. Our bhakti is mere jnana without genuine Vaishnava friendships. We are here practicing the process of bhakti yoga or Krishna consciousness not only to develop understanding of tattva. Yes, tattvic understanding is important, but we are here to cultivate a relationship and bonding with Krishna. We are here to cultivate a deep friendship and bonding with Krishna, and it begins with cultivating that friendship with Krishna's devotees, caring for devotees, caring for Krishna's devotees, being empathetic and sympathetic and kind and compassionate towards other Vaishnavas and doing the best to serve them, to care for them, making them feel valued. They are valuable. It's not that you are making them feel valued by speaking something. They are valuable, recognize their value. Recognize how precious every single devotee is. Our Acharya said that we are shedding gallons of blood to make one individual into a devotee. And one insensitive dealing with a devotee could break the devotee's heart, and all the gallons of blood is gone, wasted. So many preachers, so many Vaishnavas, so many devotees brought people to the path of bhakti with so much effort. How can I insensitively deal with another Vaishnava? How can I behave rudely or harshly with somebody so much so that their heart is broken and they are not inspired to come to Vaishnava Sangha anymore? That's a disservice to the parampara. The purpose of Krishna's descent into this material world is to reclaim all of us, to reclaim the conditioned souls, to bring them back to Godhead. Anugrahaya bhaktanam anushim dehamashritaha. Out of anugraha on people in this world, Krishna descended to reclaim all of us, to take us back to Godhead, isn't it? It is Krishna's mission to reclaim all of us. It is Acharya's mission to reclaim all of us. And when the soul is on the path back to Godhead and trying to perform bhakti, one insensitive dealing done by one immature devotee could break the heart of a Vaishnava and then gone. And the devotee loses association. Of course, these are little sensitive cases, extreme cases, but the main point that I was trying to discuss is Hanumanji is not only an intelligent person, Hanumanji is not only a powerful person, Hanuman is a very sympathetic and compassionate Vaishnava. Hanuman not only had great intelligence, but he also could understand the fragile and tender emotions of Sita Devi and spoke the right words to give her some hope and reassurance. If Hanumanji did not have the right approach and if he did not deal with this situation very delicately and carefully and meticulously, probably Sita would not have given even a chance to Hanuman to approach her and speak to her, strike a conversation. Then what would have happened? All the mission of crossing this Lanka ocean would have been failed. But Hanumanji could do that. Hanumanji could do that. Anyways, now all this hard work and endurance and resilience exhibited by Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, Jambavan, Vanarasena, Sugriva and all of them will eventually bring that ultimate success in the Yuddha Kanda. We are going to see Yuddha Kanda now. Don't worry, I will not be discussing all the fights. I don't have so much rasa for fights also. Success, rising through adversity. We have seen setbacks, we have seen struggles, we have seen strength in the first 3 sessions. Yesterday morning setbacks, yesterday evening struggles, today morning strength, now success, the culmination. I'll be very fast in the story narration, we'll focus more on the lessons. As all of us know, the Vanaras built a bridge across the Lanka ocean. And Samudra cooperated with Lord Ramachandra. Initially he did not cooperate, but later he cooperated. See, sometimes people, I don't know why they behave in certain strange ways. When Hanumanji was crossing Lanka ocean, it is the ocean god, Samudra Devata. He went to Mainaka mountain, hiding in the depths of the ocean and told Mainaka, Hanumanji is trying to serve Lord Ramachandra, trying to find Sita Devi. I want to assist Hanuman. What kind of assistance can I give? All I have is only salt water. I can't give him salt water. I don't even have proper water bottle also to give him Bisleri. So I cannot serve him, but you can serve him. You are Mainaka, you are here hiding within my depths. You rise now. You still have wings. Because in those days mountains used to have wings and Indra had cut all the wings. At that time Mainaka became afraid and came to Samudra and said, can I hide within the depths of this ocean? Please allow me to hide. Then Samudra said, okay fine, you can hide. You know why Samudra gave that concession to Mainaka and protected his wings? The reason is, there are some asuras and demoniac people who are living in the depths of the lower planets. They generally come to the earth planet through these seaways, through this ocean. To block their entrance into the earth planet, Samudra kept Mainaka mountain in the depths. So Mainaka mountain is blocking the entrance of people of lower planets to come to earth. So Mainaka's wings will be saved and people on the earth also will be saved. So now when Hanumanji is jumping across the Lanka ocean, the same ocean god told Mainaka, please go, rise up and give some assistance to Hanuman, give some flowers and fruits to Hanuman, let him rest, let him relax before he takes off. So Samudra had so much of etiquette and devotion to Ram, and he assisted Hanuman through Mainaka. Without Samudra going and informing Mainaka would not have come up to assist Hanuman. But that same Samudra, when Ram personally requested him, he kept quiet for 3 days. Ram had to become angry and then do his Dhanush Tankar, and hearing the sound of Ram's Dhanush Tankar, the twanging of Ram's bow, the ocean waves got agitated, all the aquatics got perturbed. Then ocean god came with the Aarti plate. Ram, please protect me. Don't dry me up. You see. Sometimes people are cooperative, sometimes they are not. Why? We don't know. Mind changes. Right? The mind keeps changing for no reason or some reason. Don't expect same reciprocation from others. Just because they have been kind to you, they are affectionate towards you, they are loving and caring towards you, that does not mean they will be like that forever. Stop expecting. But you try to be loving and caring for others. There may be inconsistency in their behavior and their reciprocation, but as much as possible, let me be consistent in my love, in my affection, in my empathy, in my sympathy, in my kindness, in my inclination to be of some service to others. That's in our control. Others' response is not in our control. Anyways, now Ram said, I want some assistance, and Samudra did not give, and after some time he gave. Then floating stones, we discussed it yesterday, this morning we discussed, right? Guruvarthe Tyakta Rajyo. Next, let's move ahead. The army reached Lanka. Before that, one more thing happened. This Vibhishana Saranagati. Okay, let me just speak little bit about Vibhishana also. Without that, Yuddhakanda is not complete. Vibhishana rejected Ravana. Vibhishana has been advising Ravana hundreds and thousands of times. Please return Sita Devi respectfully to Ram and make Sandhi. Otherwise, that will be the ultimate destruction of our Rakshasa dynasty. But Ravana was not listening. It's a great misfortune to not have any advisor in our life, any well-wisher in our life, any guide in our life. You know what is a greater misfortune? Greater misfortune is to not accept any guidance and well-wishing advice despite having a good advisor. And that great misfortune is thoroughly, tightly embraced by Mr. Ravana, Mr. Dhritarashtra, Mr. Duryodhan, and many such people in this world. So Duryodhan and Dhritarashtra had the best advice in the form of Viduraniti. And Viduraniti is primarily meant for them, but they never took it seriously. Whole world took it seriously. You are giving class to somebody, they are not listening. Someone else is listening. Whole world is listening. Sometimes it happens. In an on-site class, people who are in front, they don't listen. They are in the camera, they will listen. Right? And when we give class to kids now, sometimes kids don't listen, parents listen. So anyways, just joking. So point is that Vidura gave a good advice to Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra, but they never took it seriously. But others took it seriously. Vibhishan gave good advice to Ravana, Ravana never took it seriously. Misfortune. So Vibhishana rejected Ravana and came to Ram in his Vibhishan Airlines. Vibhishana had a few assistants, with his 4 or 5 assistants, he just landed here, and everyone suspected Vibhishan. They suspected the loyalty of Vibhishan. That's required to some degree. Yesterday we discussed, right? Sita Devi did not suspect the intentions of Ravana. She revealed all her secrets and entire life history to Ravana. And what did Ravana do? He kidnapped. Right? He kidnapped Sita Devi. Sometimes we trust strangers so much. Just by their external demeanor, we become so impressed and trust their intentions. And sometimes we start doubting the intentions of people whom we have known for several years. It happens, right? So when someone whom we know, they behave little surprisingly, unconventionally and inappropriately once or twice, have the patience not to misunderstand them. Before doubting their intentions, doubt your own perceptions. Give a benefit of doubt before doubting others, especially when you have known them for a long time. But Before trusting a stranger, don't think twice. Think twice before trusting a stranger. Generally, we often want pampering of our false ego. We want others to pamper our ego, others to be always nice to us. Some people who are not nice to us could be our greatest well-wishers, and some people who may be nice to us may not be well-wishers, right? Or they may have certain motives also, right? That's why before trusting strangers we have to think twice. Now coming back to this situation of Vibhishana Saranagati, Vibhishan came to surrender to Lord Ramachandra. Sugriva suspected him, Jambavan suspected him, all the Vanaras suspected him. Sugriva went to the extent of saying, let's kill Vibhishan. Forget accepting him into our troop, just kill him. But Ram asked Hanuman, what do you think? Hanuman said, I carefully studied the demeanor of Vibhishan. He had absolutely no malice. Not only that, I already saw him in Lanka when I went to Lanka. Ravan ordered to kill me, Vibhishan stopped Ravan. I know his integrity. So it's good to learn and listen from somebody who has more experience. Sugriva is definitely the king, and Hanuman is not the king. And Sugriva is responsible for the whole Vanara Sena, and he has to take a decision. He has to be very careful in accepting somebody into his group. So what Sugriva did is correct. It's right. What Sugriva proposed to Lord Ramachandra, although ultimately Ram did not accept Sugriva's opinion, but what Sugriva said is valid from his perspective. With whatever information he had, he evaluated the situation. He thought, why to accept a demon into our group? But Hanumanji had more intelligence, more exposure to Vibhishan's character, and Hanumanji, with proper understanding of the background of Vibhishan, he gave an advice which is totally against Sugriva's advice. Sugriva's opinion is different from Hanuman's opinion, totally opposite opinions. But finally, when Lord Ramachandra said, let's accept Vibhishan, what was that shloka? Sakrideva prapannoyam tavasmiti chayachate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadam yetadvratam mama. Say it. Sakrideva prapannoyam tavasmiti chayachate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadam yetadvratam mama. What to speak of Vibhishan? Even if Ravana personally comes and begs forgiveness, I will forgive him, I will accept him as my friend. When Ram said it, Sugriva was not stubborn on his opinion. Sugriva said, whatever is pleasing to Ram, let me accept it. And this did not increase the pride of Hanuman. Hanuman did not say, Sugriva, namesake you are king. Ram values my opinion more than your opinion. He never said it. And Sugriva never felt envious of Hanuman. Hanuman, he is not a king, I am the king. No value for my opinion. I am the one who mobilized this entire army. And Ram is giving more importance to Hanuman's opinion and neglecting my opinion. Or in other words, Sugriva did not feel, Hanuman, why did you get this thought? Why did I not get this thought? Envy. Sometimes there is envy. When somebody outsmarted you in their intelligence or gave a better perspective, sometimes there is an envy in our heart. We may not accept them. We may not accept their opinions with a good heart. Although we understand the value of their opinion, their proposal is very good, still our ego doesn't allow us to appreciate it. When there is no ego, you appreciate a good opinion from wherever it comes. There is no insecurity. Insecurity is a product of immaturity. When there is immaturity in the heart, we feel insecure when others are outsmarting us, and others are having better opinions than us, when others are giving better ideas than us, when others are speaking better than us, when others are singing better than us, when others are serving better than us, we feel insecure. Oh, why am I not like that? Can you just imagine? Sugriva had absolutely no inferiority complex just because Ram accepted Hanuman's opinion and rejected his opinion. And Hanumanji had absolutely no superiority complex just because Ram accepted his own opinion and rejected Sugriva's opinion. Hanuman was not proud, Sugriva was not envious. And both of them served Lord Ramachandra to the best of their abilities. Whatever information or understanding Sugriva had, based on all of it, Sugriva thought that not accepting Vibhishan into our troops will serve the interests of Ram the best. So let me just give this proposal. And Hanumanji had a different thing. Although they gave opposite opinions, their intentions are same. Both people, Hanuman and Sugriva, had the same intention of serving Lord Ramachandra, but although intention is same, intention is pure, your decision may not be pure or the best. With a pure intention, you can have a bad decision also. Ineffective decision also. That's why we should always try to recognize others' intentions, although their advices may not be the best. Very important point. Ram never looked down upon Sugriva. Ram valued all the services Sugriva has done, although in this context his opinion may not be the best. Right? And Sugriva continued as the king, and Hanuman continued as a servant, as a friend of Sugriva, nothing more than that. So let us not spoil our relationships or friendships just because of one ego clash, just because of one event where we are seen a bit low compared to others. Where one incident where other superiority is established over other our knowledge, our greatness, others are established, are seen greater than us, that should not induce any insecurity within us, that should not induce any disinclination towards continuing that relationship. Ramayana is filled with lessons on wonderful cordial relationships. Same with Chaitanya Charitamrita, same with Srimad Bhagavatam also. So anyways, Vibhishan was accepted, and many warriors also faced so many setbacks and losses in the war. Ultimately Ravana was defeated in this Yuddha Kanda. And in this Yuddha Kanda we see that Hanumanji went to Himalayas to get Sanjeevani mountain, and he could not find it. When seeing Hanumanji's powerful presence there, somehow all the Sanjeevani Mulikas, they hid themselves. They were not revealing themselves. And Hanumanji did not come back with empty hand. Another important point in while rendering service is that when we are serving, we should do our best. One way is accept the service. Oh, it's not practical to do it, let me give it up. That's one way of approaching service. But despite facing some difficulty in that service, will I just go one step ahead to do some research? Can I go beyond my comfort zone to do some research and then find out, is there any other way? I explored 2-3 ways, straightforward ways. Is there any other shortcut, any other way by which I can do this service? Hanumanji thought in the direction. So he brought the entire Sanjeevani mountain there. He could not find the Sanjeevani herb. He got the mountain itself, because he was so desperate to serve Lord Ramachandra. Sometimes when you are unable to serve in a certain way, don't give up immediately. Put some effort. Use some intelligence. Let's use some common sense. Let's have some determination. Somehow or the other, I must please Krishna. I must please my Guru. I must please this Vaishnavas. For that, I will try multiple options. If one option is not working, I will not give up. Let me try few other options. Right? That's what is required in our service. Same in your studies, in your life also. Right? So, Ravana was defeated ultimately, and Sita reunited with Lord Ramachandra. We discussed this event of Agni Pariksha yesterday. I will not elaborate on it again. Agni Pariksha, another emotional event. And Ram returned to Ayodhya, and Ram finally was crowned the king, and Bharat has been waiting. One more thing. When Ram went on Pushpaka Viman along with Sita Devi, he showed Sita, these are the places I was searching for you. All I told you to enter Agni Pariksha, please don't mistake me. I really want your association, and I have been frantically searching for you everywhere in all these forests. So Sita was happy, and they landed there, and before Pushpaka Viman landed there, Hanuman Airlines landed at Nandigram. Why? To verify the intentions of Bharat. Bharat has been ruling the kingdom for the last 14 years, keeping Ram's sandals on the throne, and he is like a servant. Ram wanted to check the intentions of Bharat. Again, please understand, Ram had absolutely no doubt on Bharat's integrity or Bharat's detachment. But still, Lord Ramachandra wanted to reveal the glory of Bharat. How glorious Bharat is. Although he accepted the responsibility of the kingdom, he never accepted the facility of a king. He is still wearing the tree bark only. He is eating very, very simple food only. And he is living in a small hut only. He was never sitting on throne. He is, although he is a Puravasi, he is acting like a Vanavasi, like Lord Ramachandra. Ram knows all that, but how do we know? So Hanumanji landed there just to examine the demeanor of Bharat. Does Bharat have any intention to continue to rule Ayodhya? Then Ram's Pushpaka Viman will take a U-turn. He will not land in Ayodhya. He will go somewhere else. This shows Bharat's detachment. This shows Ram's detachment also. Ram is detached. Bharat is also detached. Both of them are ruling the kingdom only as a responsibility, not with any attachment. So we need to be responsible in our services, but we can't be attached to our services. When we are attached to a seva, we cannot empower others. When we are responsible for seva, we are very eager to empower others. Got this? Yesterday we were discussing about empowerment with the kids. Of course, that's a child version. But many times in leadership, in managing kingdoms or organizations, sometimes leaders may want to hold on to their power, their position, their privileges for a long time, and even if there are some qualified candidates to take up that services, sometimes empowerment is not there. But the Rajarshis, of course, there is a pure part in their intention also sometimes. This is my service, let me do this service till the fag end of my life. This is the only way I can connect with Krishna. There is a pure intention. That we should acknowledge and agree and respect that. But sometimes such people who want to hold on to the positions till the fag end of their lives, they may not have they may be enjoying the power, they may be enjoying that position, and they are not inclined to do some succession planning and appoint a successor, capable successor. Prabhupada writes about it very elaborately in the first canto of Bhagavatam. All the Rajarshis in the Srimad Bhagavatam, they ruled with responsibility, but they never maintained any attachment towards their kingdom. As soon as they found an able successor who is capable of running the show, they retired and they took to pure devotional service with full commitment. Right? They retired, they went to the forests. Right? So the principle is that the legacy should continue. Legacy should not end with me. Every Sampradaya Acharya wants the legacy to continue. I need another Acharya. Another Acharya should continue this preaching, continue to spread this holy names of the Lord, spread the path of bhakti. So every Acharya tries to appoint another bona fide Acharya by training them. And training happens. As soon as you take up some service, you start thinking in terms of whom should I empower? How should I train new people? How can I encourage their creative thoughts? How can I encourage their innovative ideas? There is no inclination to subdue people, oppress people and suppress people, suppress their emotions, not allowing any creativity to happen. So with detachment, best leaders are those who don't want to become leaders. Best leaders are those who are detached from the position but attached to the responsibility of serving Krishna and serving Krishna's devotees. Ram was not attached to kingdom. Bharata also was not attached to kingdom. Both of them are 100% happy if the other one rules the kingdom. But they want to rule the kingdom because the other one wants them to rule the kingdom. That's all. Right? Yudhishthira is not attached to the kingdom at all. But why did he accept the kingdom? Because if Yudhishthira doesn't sit on the throne, who will sit on the throne? Duryodhana will sit on the throne. That is adharma. How can you allow adharma personified to sit on the throne and rule citizens and take decisions? So that's the responsibility Kshatriyas have. If I have been equipped with some understanding of dharma, and if I have an opportunity to uphold that dharma being in a leadership position, let me do it. That's the intention. Not the privileges that come along with that position, but the service responsibilities that come along with the position. Okay, Ram is finally crowned the king, and there is Ramarajya. Ramarajya is popular even till now also. Ramarajya means everybody in the kingdom is very happy, very satisfied. So a prosperous kingdom is not that kingdom which is only materially prosperous. Material prosperity, wealth, that's fine, that's good. But the real prosperity is spiritual prosperity. What is spiritual prosperity? All the citizens in a kingdom are inclined to perform bhakti. All the members of a society are rooted in their sadhana, Shravanam, Kirtanam. Varnashram dharma is ensured for a proper social system, and next is spiritual culture is also ensured. That's why Krishna became so excited and so eager to establish Yudhishthira on the throne of Hastinapur and not Duryodhana. Why? Because Yudhishthira is a devotee king. When someone who values devotional service is made the leader, such a person will ensure that people under his rule also practice bhakti. Right? So that's Ramarajya. Next. Now let's come to some lessons. That was supposed to be a super quick narration of Yuddha Kanda. Okay, now we'll see 4 lessons. 4 dimensions of true success. Success requires perseverance. Success requires teamwork. Success requires character. Success should lead to service. Seva. We discussed these themes to some degree, but let's go deep into one by one. Each of them. Success requires perseverance. How much the Vanaras or Lord Ramachandra or Lakshman or Sugriva or Jambavan, all of them, how much they went through to finally rescue Sita Devi. It could be students, for them preparing exams, especially those who are doing jobs in their 40s or 50s. They are forced to learn some AI skills. Otherwise, younger generation is outsmarting them. Right? So learning a new skill, learning a new language, getting training. I am already in my 50s, but still I am going for a training class, coaching class. What? How to use AI, how to make Excel sheets better, how to make PPTs better, this and that. Sometimes technology advances fast, but we have to learn a skill. But whether it is skill or exams or building a career or improving relationships, perseverance is required. Perseverance is required. So Ram Setu was not built in 2 minutes. Sita was not found in 5 minutes. Ravana was not killed in 10 minutes. Everything required some time. One more thing. Okay, let me go back to Sundarkanda for 2 minutes. Is it okay? Sita Devi, when she was in Ashoka Vatika, somehow this reminded me of that. When Sita was in Ashoka Vatika, Ravana came there to push Sita Devi to become his queen. Then Sita Devi, although she said, Ravana, you are like a blade of grass, you are insignificant, you are a jackal, you are a wolf, you are a coward, you kidnapped me when my husband is away from me, you came in the form of a mendicant, Brahmana, beggar, and you tricked me and brought me here. She said many things. So she was always chastising, scolding, blaspheming Ravana. And she was getting frustrated sometimes. She was getting emotional sometimes. She was even having some suicidal thoughts sometimes. But throughout these 10 months, Sita Devi never blamed Lord Ramachandra. Did she ever blame Ram? She never blamed Ram. She has been waiting for 10 months in Ashoka Vatika amidst all these Rakshasas and Rakshasis. 4 regulative principles are constantly being broken around her. She has to witness, she has to fast. So Sita Devi never blamed Ram. Although Ram is the supreme personality of Godhead, he has the ability to make stones also float. For last 10 months, Ram did not come to rescue Sita. If someone has the capacity and ability and responsibility to protect you, to help you in some way, and if they are delaying for a long time, 10 months, although Ram could have done it in 10 minutes. Ram could have rescued Sita in 10 minutes. But he delayed for 10 months. And after 10 months also, he sent only Hanuman as a messenger. He did not personally come. He came only after 1 year and then killed and then finally rescued her. Isn't it? But in all this 1 year, Sita never blamed Ram. Because she understands. She took personal responsibility for her piteous condition now. Who asked for the golden deer? Sita. And who told Ram to go and get that golden deer? Please, they get it at any cost. Sita. Who sent Lakshmana away? Sita. Who gave charity to Ravana? Sita. Who revealed all the news of her family history, her father's family history, her father-in-law's family history to Ravana? Sita. If Sita has done all these things and now Sita is kidnapped and trapped in the Lanka ocean, in the Ashoka Vatika, how can she blame Lord Ramachandra? Whether Sita is divine, we are just trying to learn a lesson from Sita Devi's behavior. Sita Devi took personal responsibility of her condition. It is very easy to blame someone for the reversal that we are undergoing. We may undergo some reversal, we may undergo some pain. It's very easy to blame others. Oh, because of him I am suffering, because of her I am suffering, because of this person's decision I am suffering. Yesterday we discussed so many possibilities of blaming so many people. But mature people take personal responsibility for their pain. It's easy to take personal credit for pleasure, but it's very difficult to take responsibility for the pain that we experience. Yeah, I did so much hard work, therefore I am reaping the results of my hard work now. That's easy to say. But I did so many sinful activities, or I did so many mistakes, I took wrong decisions, therefore I am suffering here. Very difficult to say. Even though our heart or our mind or our intelligence is acknowledging that I am in this condition because of my own mistake or misdeed, somehow ego comes in picture and says that no, they are also involved. No, they are also involved. They are also involved. Because of them, you could not perform well. Easy to shift blame, easy to claim credit. But mature people, they don't shift blame. They accept responsibility. They don't claim credit. They transfer credit. One more thing. Sita Devi had the power to burn Ravana to ashes. But Sita Devi told Hanumanji, when Ravana kidnapped me in the absence of Ram, Ram has to come and defeat Ravana and rescue me. That will bring the honor of my Ram up. If I kill Ravana and I come back to Ram on the back of Hanuman Airlines, then where is the glory of my Lord Ramachandra? Instead of blaming Ram, Sita Devi is sincerely trying to uphold the honor of Lord Ramachandra. You see, that's height of positivity, right? When we are experiencing reversals, it's easy to blame others. It's easy to deny responsibility for the pain we are undergoing. But mature people don't do that. Mature people don't deny responsibility, they accept responsibility for whatever they are undergoing. Of all the people who suffered in Ramayana, at least from my understanding, two people's pain is very intense. One is Sita Devi, second is Bharat. Ram suffered, no doubt. Lakshman also suffered. Sugriva also suffered, all of them suffered, but Sita Devi's suffering is very intense, extremely intense. Staying in Ravana's Ashoka Vatika. For a chaste woman, even to stand in the presence of another man is a bit uncomfortable in the Vedic society. But for a chaste woman who has dedicated her heart to Lord Ramachandra, to sit in front of Ravana who is lustfully glancing at her every day in the Brahma Muhurta is not a small thing. Right? She underwent tremendous amount of pain alone, but she never deviated from Ram consciousness. If we think we are facing reversals, if we think we are undergoing severe difficulties, please understand what Sita went through is 10 million times greater than what we are going through. Please understand what Bharat went through, the pain of misunderstanding is 10 million times greater than what we are going through. What Chitraketu Maharaj went through for one little feedback he has given to Shiva, my God, he became a demon. What Parikshit went through, just for one small mistake he has been cursed to die in 7 days. What great mistake he has done. What mistakes Pandavas have done. Vishan Mahagneha Purushada Darshanat Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krichrataha Murdhe Vardheneka Maharathastrato Draunyastrataschasma Harebhirakshitaha. How many difficulties they have faced? The Pandavas, my God, unimaginable amount of difficulties. But as Bhishma says, Aho kashtama honyayam yadyuyam dharmanandana jivikam narhata klishtam vipra dharmachyutashrayah. Aho kashtam, how many difficulties have you gone through? Aho anyayam, how many injustices have you faced? Yadyuyam dharmanandana, you are dharmanandana, but still you went through so many difficulties. Jivitam narhata klishtam. It's very difficult to survive through all these difficulties. It's impossible to survive through so many calamities for no mistake on your part. But Vipra Dharma Achyuta Ashraya, you have always taken shelter of Vipra, devotees of the Lord. Dharma, the process of bhakti, Achyuta, Lord Krishna. You never left Bhagavan, Bhakta and the process of bhakti. Therefore you could survive. Without any, sometime I was saying, a couple of days back I think, without major mistakes on their part, pure devotees of Krishna underwent hundreds of calamities. After having committed so many sins, so many misdeeds, so many aparads, if we are undergoing small punishment, why are we getting so perturbed? Right? They are very pure in their character. They hardly did any major mistake. For a small mistake, they got severe punishment. And we have done severe sins and we are getting small punishments. Token punishments. Toned down punishments. Lot of concessions just because we are chanting Hare Krishna. And we are losing faith in Krishna. Right? So, are we really following Vipra Dharma Achyuta Ashraya? So, Sita Devi is teaching us to take responsibility for our wrong decisions, our wrong choices. Instead of blaming the Lord for not showing mercy, instead of blaming other people for not supporting us, let us take responsibility for our own choices and decisions, and we get what we deserve, undoubtedly. It may be delayed, it's okay. Let's not lose faith in Krishna because we are going through reversals. Yesterday we have gone through elaborately that all these reversals are only intensifying our dependence on Krishna. All these calamities are opportunities to increase our absorption in Krishna, realize that we are not the controllers, develop some detachment. Okay, let's move ahead. Is the class getting heavy? I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm in a different mood. Success requires teamwork. Very important. So success requires perseverance. We have seen that. Success requires teamwork also. What is teamwork? Hanuman, Sugriva, Jambavan, Angada. The success of Lord Ramachandra is not his alone. He can do it alone, but he showed us the importance of being together and staying together in bhakti. So we cannot give up association of devotees. Now Bhakta Bandhava retreat is a great success with 300 devotees, about 100 children and 200 parents sitting here. 2000 plates of prasadam. 2000 prasadam plates. Some 10-12 hours of Krishna Katha. How much Krishna Katha? Today 4 sessions, yesterday 3 sessions, right? Each on an average 7, 1.5 hours, 2 hours sometimes. More than 10 hours we discussed Krishna Katha, right? More than 10 hours of Hari Katha. 2000 plates of prasadam. 300 devotees coming together and staying in close association with each other. So many wonderful, enlivening spiritual discussions. Today morning, 7:45 or 8 o'clock I started speaking. Till now I am speaking only. Not only on mic, off mic also. So many discussions, so many questions. I am not tired somehow. One thing is, thanks to the sound system team, I publicly acknowledge and express my sincere gratitude to the sound system team for keeping the sound nice so that I don't get tired even though I speak for long hours. Apart from that, the enthusiasm and eagerness of all these devotees to hear Krishna Katha also empowered me to speak. Credit goes to you, not me. Right? If there is any mistakes in my presentation, I accept the blame. If there are any inconsistencies, or like if I bored you, if I tired you, if I exhausted you, I accept that blame, I take responsibility, I beg forgiveness. But if you found something inspiring in all these 6-7 classes, credit goes to you. It's your eagerness, it's your enthusiasm, it's your devotion that made Krishna reveal some words through me for my own purification. I'm an instrument, nothing more than that. So it's a collective achievement. Whether it's retreat that becomes successful, or some other project or some other service that becomes successful, so many people have contributed to it. Without the contribution and participation of so many people, we cannot attain success in anything. Oftentimes our material mind and our false ego seeks recognition more than participation. I participate in this service when I get some recognition for the service. That's what the mind says. Of course, when others have participated in the service, it's our responsibility to recognize them, appreciate them, encourage them, thank them, express our heartfelt gratitude to them. But when we have done service, let's only focus on participation and not recognition. If we seek recognition, our participation loses its value. If we seek glorification, then we feel like you don't get the satisfaction of selfless service. Of course, it's a human need. Therefore, we should fulfill others' need. Then others also will appreciate us and encourage us. If we have not appreciated and encouraged anyone, how can you expect encouragement and appreciation from others? A healthy Vaishnava community is where all the devotees encourage each other, knowing that it's a collective effort. Everybody has their role to play. All the children who are playing there are adding excitement to this place. Their shouting is making the place very vibrant. Their innocent questions and intelligent questions are adding some kind of flavor to all our discussions and this whole retreat. And all the elders who are arranging for prasadam, room accommodation, arranging altar, arranging Guru Puja, making all these decorations, this oasis and all these flower decorations, they have done so much sacrifice. And people who have been advertising this, taking care of the registrations and accommodating some last minute requests, last minute enrollments and last minute cancellations, All of them have done so much service, so much sacrifice, right? So much of effort has gone into everything to organize anything. So we are grateful to all of them. We may not even know their names. I think Madhavan Prabhu may announce the names also, we don't know, but we may not know their names, but still, if you are pleased with their seva, they will get blessings. And if whether they know it or not, they get blessings. That's how Paramatma network works. So in short, therefore we need to focus on the service more than recognition. Whether we get recognition or not, whether we get acknowledgement or not, when we have done service with a sincere heart, we get blessings. The pleasure of the hearts of Vaishnavas. When the Vaishnava's heart is filled with pleasure, who is staying in the Vaishnava's heart? Krishna is staying. Krishna feels, who has pressed this room spray? Somebody pressed this room spray, means heart spray. Room is the heart there, and the heart is being sprayed, the room is being sprayed with the fragrance of satisfaction, fragrance of genuine pleasure. So when the Vaishnava's heart is filled with genuine pleasure and satisfaction with my service, I get blessings. I may not know that this Vaishnava is satisfied. He may not know that I have done the service. You have done service, others may not know that you have done the service. And they may not know that you have done that service, and you may not know that they are pleased with your service. Still you get blessings. That's Paramatma network, speciality of Paramatma network. It doesn't happen like that in material circles. It happens like that only in spiritual circles. Anyways, success requires teamwork. Acknowledge everyone. Value everybody's contribution. Make them feel valued also. More than that, success requires character. Ravana, very powerful. Ram is also powerful. Hanuman is also powerful. But all the power of Ravana only increased his pride, and he has zero character here. Accomplishments may impress others' minds, but character impresses or inspires others' hearts. Popularity may impress people who are innocent and naive, but purity impresses mature people. We should always run behind purity, not popularity. Everything that is popular may not be pure. Everything that is pure may not be popular. Sometimes purity and popularity may coexist, and sometimes they may not coexist also. Whether they exist together or don't exist together, our focus should be on purity more than popularity. Our focus should be on character more than accomplishment. Ram accomplished things, Hanuman accomplished things without compromising on the character. When there is a conflict between character and accomplishment, mature people choose character more than accomplishment. Even if I am not successful in this endeavor, no problem, leave it. But I should not compromise on the character. That's important. In your schools or colleges, in your companies or workplaces, such situations arise. There is a conflict. If I go in this direction, I may get some extra success. But if I go in this direction, I preserve the ethics, I preserve the morals, I preserve the values, but I may lose an opportunity. What is my choice? Character is greater than accomplishment. Of course, in the competitive world, sometimes you may have to be a little smart not to get exploited by others. Some diplomacy is required. Just like Krishna released his Sudarshan Chakra and hid the sun behind the Sudarshan Chakra and created an ambience of sunset so that Jayadrat would come out. Such tricks are okay. Such diplomacy is okay sometimes. Kabhi kabhi chalta hai. But the diplomacy should not be our second nature. Character is more important than accomplishment. So where are we? Fourth lesson, right? Fourth lesson. Success should lead to service. Very clear. Lord Ramachandra sat on the throne only to render service. We already discussed it. Ram or Bharat, they wanted to sit on the throne or rule the kingdom only in the mode of service. They have absolutely no intention to enjoy in any way. So now let's go to the characters. Ram attained success with humility. Hanuman success involved lot of service. Bharat success without any attachment to facility, throne. Vibhishan attained success with courageous choices, bold choices, ethical, moral choices. He rejected Ravana and accepted Ram. So sometimes you may have to make a hard choice. It's not very conventional. An Asura leaving the Asura kingdom and going to Nara kingdom. Now we know the story. We may say, Vibhishan took Sharanagati, great devotee, this and that. But when you are actually in the position of Vibhishan, it's not that easy to leave one clan, Asura clan, and enter human beings. Asuras always look at Naras and Vanaras. They looked down upon Naras and Vanaras, but Vibhishan never looked like that. Vibhishan made a very courageous choice, very bold choice. Sometimes we may have to do that. So, okay, we will conclude. There are many other things to discuss, but I think we discussed sufficiently. This is enough for the last session. So we have seen 4 things in 4 sessions. First is setback. Coronation is cancelled, a major setback in Ram's life. Second, struggles, a series of struggles in forest life, encountering so many dangerous demons and separation from Sita Devi, searching for her, making friendship, and also going through some disappointments. Third, we saw strength this morning. So Ram made friendship with Hanuman, and Hanuman discovers his power and also uses his power in finding Sita Devi. Then lastly we saw success today. So in our own journey, we find some setbacks in our life in the form of failures and disappointments, losing opportunities. And we also struggle with ongoing challenges, one challenge after another challenge. So many series of challenges. Then when we endure those struggles and challenges, that will strengthen us from within. We will discover that, I have the strength to do it. When a child is solving mathematics problem, initially it's overwhelming. But after some time, they understand, I have the ability to do it. I can do it effortlessly, right? So this struggle helps us discover our strength. That will lead to success. So when the struggle and setback is disheartening you and demotivating you, we are losing an opportunity to discover our strength and become successful, right? So these are some practical lessons. I think I will go to one last. All this we'll skip. I wanted to show one more thing. See, if Ram had become king immediately, yesterday morning we discussed, right? Darshan Maharaj made a big announcement. Ram will be the king of Ayodhya. If immediately Ram had become the king and Ramaraja begins without all the 4 classes that we had, then we would not have learnt all these lessons. Ram had to go through these struggles for 14 years. This 14 years of journey of Lord Ramachandra, Ramayan, taught us so many lessons for the humanity. Even after several thousands of years, we are discussing those lessons. If Ram had been coronated right the next day when Darshan Maharaj made that announcement, we missed all these lessons. This retreat would not be there. Ramayana would not be there. Similarly, in our lives, we may undergo so many struggles, so many disturbances, so many setbacks, so many problems, but it's worth going through all those problems. You may not know the power of those problems now, but because through those problems, Krishna is giving us so many blessings. So if you are not inviting the problems with an open heart, we are also not inviting growth. We are not inviting success, real inner fulfillment or maturity, emotional maturity. We are missing that, because every calamity, every difficulty gives us an opportunity to grow internally, to become more and more mature in our life. Bhagavatam is filled with the stories of so many Vaishnavas, so many difficulties they faced. Through all those difficulties, devotees just emerged victorious and they went back to Godhead. They were not overwhelmed, whether it is Parikshit Maharaj or Chitraketu Maharaj or Sita Devi or Pandavas or Draupadi Mata. How many difficulties Draupadi went through, my God. But every difficulty gives us an opportunity to pray to Krishna feelingly, to pray to Krishna consciously, to pray to Krishna lovingly. Because our prayers cannot be desperate otherwise. The material world gives us a great opportunity to connect with Krishna, because material world and the material calamities and reversals make us very desperate for mercy. Especially Kali Yuga difficulties, they make us more desperate. If we have a materially comfortable life, very easygoing life, there is no possibility to become mature, and we don't feel the need to depend on Krishna. We don't realize that we are not the doers. Sri Krishna Vishnu Madhukaita Bhare Bhaktanukampin Bhagavan Murare Trayasvamam Keshavalokanatha Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Sri Krishna Vishnu Madhukaita Bhare. Oh Krishna, oh Vishnu, oh enemy of Madhukaitava. Bhaktanukampin Bhagavan Murare. You are extremely compassionate upon all your devotees. Trayasvamam Keshavalokanatha. Trayasva, please protect me. Please rescue me. When can we feelingly address Krishna like this? Only when we undergo some difficulties. Only when a conditioned soul or a struggling sadhaka undergoes some difficulties will that person have that inspiration to helplessly depend on Krishna. Therefore, let's not hate calamities, let's love calamities. We may not pray for more calamities like Kunti Mata, that bandwidth many people may not have, but whatever calamities come of their own accord, let us be very grateful for them. Be grateful to calamities. Otherwise, if Ram has not gone through so many difficulties, if Sugriva had not gone through so many difficulties, if Lakshmana and Sita Devi, Vibhishan, all of them have not gone through so many difficulties and misunderstandings, setbacks and struggles and mistreatment, unfair treatment, losing of opportunities, we would not have had Ramayana only. Samsara kupe patitotyagādhe Mohandhapurne Vishayabhitapte Karavalambam Mamadehi Vishnu Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Samsara kupe patitotyagādhe. Oh Krishna, I have fallen into this deep, dark well of samsara kupa. Patita agadhe, I fell deep into this well. Mohandhapurne Vishayabhitapte. Moha andhapurne, this samsara kupa, this blind well of material existence is filled with the darkness of ignorance, darkness of illusion. Mohandhapurne Vishaya abhitapte, I am being tormented by Vishaya, sense objects. Karavalambam mamadehi Vishnu. Oh Vishnu, Karavalambam, your kara is very lamba. Means your hand is very long. Please extend your helping hand and lift me up from the samsara kupa. Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. We can pray like that feelingly to the degree we experience some reversals. When there is an easygoing life, such a quality of feeling wouldn't come. And without reversals, if you can pray with this quality, that's wonderful. My obeisances to you. My respectful, humble obeisances to your lotus feet. But if calamity is in some way increasing your faith in Krishna, increasing your dependence on Krishna, don't hate it. Endure it. Difficult, but still undergo it. Samsarambhasi sambhrta brahma bhare gambhirata patraya grahena bhigrihita mugra gatina kroshantam antarbhayat. Deetrena sudarshanena vibudha klantichhida karina Chinta santati ruddha buddhara hare Machitta dhantishwaram Samsarambhasi sambhrita brahma bhare. Devotees are praying, "Oh Lord, I have been caught up in this ocean of samsara sagar." Gambhira tapatraya. These tapatrayas are gambhira, very, very deep. Just the way you have released your Sudarshan chakra to protect that crocodile, you please release the Sudarshan chakra to protect me from the mind, from my own distracted mind. Because your Sudarshan chakra has a track record of protecting even devatas. I am just a human being. You can easily protect. So that prayerful attitude will appear in our hearts when we undergo some reversals. Ultimately, success is not just victory over enemies. That's not the success. In Ramayana, yes, that's one way of success. But the real success is developing Krishna Prema. The real success that we are aspiring for in our lives is developing love for Krishna, developing devotion for Krishna. If we can get the devotion and love through a difficulty, why not invite it? That's the whole point. If devotion can come through prosperity, let's invite prosperity. If devotion can come through difficulty, let's invite difficulty. We are not attached to prosperity or difficulty. We are attached to devotion. Whatever helps me become more devoted to Krishna, let me accept it. Right? That's what is required. Just let me accept, let me go through whatever I need to go through to come closer to Krishna's lotus feet. That should be our ultimate goal. And this goal is best accomplished by chanting the holy names of Krishna. By chanting the holy names of Krishna, we can accomplish that goal. Apart from undergoing through difficulties with a philosophical conviction, with a mature rational analysis of the difficulties, if we can also go through these difficulties by chanting the holy names of the Lord, then the difficulty will lay a great foundation for development of Krishna Prema, development of love of Krishna. Right? So let's chant the holy names of the Lord with a sincere heart, with a prayerful heart. What was that shloka? Krishnakhyamapi yatam. He martya, he lokaha shrunta. Please recite. Apurva Anusha, you can recite. Take mic. I'll take some water. 1 hour I am speaking. You have mic? Pass on the mic. He lokaha shrunta prasuti marana. Yad is. Kulashekar Alvar is saying, He loka srunuta prasuti marana vyadhes chikitsam imam. He loka, Janta in this world. He is referring to the 300 people in the retreat also. He is telling all of us also, not only Janta outside, Janta inside the room also. He loka srunuta, suno, here. What is that? You have a disease. Disease mean? No. Yeah, there is a disease. There is a vyadhi. What is this vyadhi? Prasuti marana vyadhi. Prasuti means birth. Marana means death. He loka srunuta prasuti marana vyadhes chikitsam imam. You have been diagnosed with a great disease of prasuti marana vyadhi, but don't worry, I have chikitsa. I have a treatment. Chikitsa means treatment. Okay, is this the treatment recommended by you only, or are there any other doctors who are prescribing the same treatment? When some doctor prescribes an operation, some surgery, we go for a second opinion, right? So people are very smart. Those are hearing Kulashekar Alvar, they are saying, is there any other second opinion? He says, yes, of course. Yogagna samudaharanti munayo yam yajnavalkyadaya. Yogagna, those are aware of yoga, those are well versed in the process of yoga, path of yoga. They also samudaharanti, they have recommended this path. Munayo yam yajnavalkyadaya. You want an example? Name also? Yajnavalkya. One example I am giving. He loka shrunuta prasuti marana vyadhes chikitsam imam yogagna samudaharanti munayo yam yajnavalkyadaya. Antarjyotirameyamekam amrutam krishnakhyama piyatam. Antarjyotir, that holy name of the Supreme Lord Krishna illuminates our hearts. Ameyam, ekam, amrutam, one and only name of the Lord Krishna. Incomparable name of Krishna. Inconceivable potency the name has. Antarjyotirameyam ekam amrutam, nectarian name of Krishna. Krishna khyama piyatam. This is the chikitsa I am recommending. This is the treatment I am recommending. Just take shelter of the name of Krishna. Just drink the beverage or drink the medicine of Krishna's name. Krishna khyama piyatam tat pitam paramaushadham vitanute nirvanam atyantikam. Tat pitam, drink this nectar, drink this nectarian medicine. Paramaushadham, this is the supreme medicine. Vitanute nirvanam atyantikam. You will get atyantika nirvana. Normal nirvana is just liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Atyantaka nirvana means ultimate liberation of being reinstated as a loving servant at the lotus feet of Krishna. Morning somebody asked a question, right? Liberation, Nirvisheshavad and Shunyavad. So normal nirvana is entering that Mahakalpur, the abode of effulgence of Krishna, where you have a sense of self-contentment, self-satisfaction. और कुछ नहीं चाहिए मुझे. I am very happy here. I don't need any emotion, any relation, any action, any interaction. Nothing. Just I am satisfied. Bliss. That is normal nirvana. Atyantika nirvana is I am deriving great bliss in my relationship with Krishna. I am deriving great happiness in my service to Krishna. Srimati Radharani is experiencing that happiness. The happiness of seva, my God. Asesha sanklesha shamam vidhatte gunanuvada shravanam murari kimva punastacharana ravinda paraga seva ratiratma labdha. Asesha sanklesha shamam vidhatte means all miseries are mitigated by hearing about Krishna. Gunanuvada Shravanam Murari. If you do Shravanam of the gunas of Murari, your kleshas are destroyed. If Shravanam can destroy all your difficulties, what to speak of Seva? Seva is one step ahead of Shravanam. Kimva punastacharana ravinda paraga seva ratiratma labdha. So, what to speak of developing a taste to serve the lotus feet of Krishna. So, to conclude our discussion, our 4-session long discussion based on Ramayana, to navigate through all these reversals, we need some determination, we need some conviction, we need some faith that Krishna's mercy will help me in all ways. And all these reversals are giving us opportunities to intensify our dependence on Krishna, increase our remembrance on Krishna, develop some detachment from this material world and develop some eagerness to go back and reconnect with Krishna. And that reconnection with Krishna happens by chanting the holy names of the Lord, by serving Krishna to the best of our ability. So these are some thoughts. I hope all of you have enjoyed this Bhakta Bandhava retreat. Let's offer our prostrated obeisances to all those devotees who are in the part of organizing team. They did so much of sacrifice. They did so much of meditation, extended meditation on how to bring all these 300 people together under one roof and absorb oneself in Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan, chanting the names of the Lord, while the kids are also enjoying their childhood play. So I am very grateful to each and every one of you here. I don't know how much you are benefited, but I am extremely benefited by your association in the last 2 days and in the last maybe 1 week in Melbourne through multiple sessions, Brihad Bhagavatamrit sessions and other Bhagavatam classes. Because the devotees here are very enthusiastic and eager to hear Krishna Katha, I got an opportunity to absorb myself, my mind in Krishna Katha. So I am very grateful to all of you, and if there are any mistakes in my service, kindly forgive me, but I need your sincere blessings for my survival in bhakti and do some service to the Vaishnavas without any ulterior motives, without any selfish agendas and without any distractions or deviations. Let me utilize this opportunity in human life. Let me utilize this opportunity in connecting with Krishna by the mercy of Prabhupada. I am not so fortunate like many of you here, especially the younger ones, the children who have loving upbringing. I also had loving upbringing, but loving upbringing in the form of chanting Hare Krishna, eating Krishna Prasadam, getting exposure to Shastras and spiritual culture, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. I didn't have all this in my childhood. I took chanting of Hare Krishna seriously when I was 22, almost 22. After wasting more than 2 decades of my life, I got this opportunity, but all these kids have this opportunity right now, at a young age, very, very fortunate. So, at least better late than never, I got this opportunity now. So, let me not waste this opportunity. For that, I need your blessings. Thank you very much. Shri Ramayana ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.